So today we are going to be doing a seed harvest from our lupine plant here. Now, all you really need is a clean pair of clippers, and if you prefer to wear some gloves, I do. This is a poisonous plant. I don't plan on eating it at all, but just in case I get anything on my hands and then touch my mouth or anything like that. And then somewhere to put the seeds. And that's all you need. Now, I have waited for this seed pod or these seed pods to dry out completely before harvesting them. I have heard of others who have clipped off the pods while they were still green. Now, if you have done this and you've had success germinating the seeds, then please leave some comments in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. I haven't done that yet myself. I was under the understanding that we need to wait for Mother Nature to kind of finish doing its thing. And then when it starts opening up, then you know that the seeds are ready. So this is the way that I'm going to be doing it now. I'm going to show you what the seeds look like in a minute, and I'll give you a close-up of taking off the seed pods and showing you a little issue with collecting these seeds. You might have to race Mother Nature on it if you do want to wait for the seed pods to dry like I have, and I'll show you the reason why in just a moment.
If you wait too long to get your lupine seeds, all the little pods will dry out and then they'll start to uncurl. So some plants, when they make their seeds, they'll wait patiently for you and you can go and collect them whenever you want. But lupines, if you want your lupines, you got to catch them before they start to unfurl. So this is a whole pod or seed head that has all unfurled. So I have lost all those little seeds. They are now down in the soil at the bottom over here, and I'm probably going to get lots of babies next spring. And you know what? That's fine. I don't mind that, but I did want to save some to get for some friends and to share with others. So here is an example of where the pod heads at the top are ready to collect, but then these guys, they've started unfurling as well. And here is a little close-up for you as well. So you can see that it uncurls, kind of like one of those like Pillsbury dough containers. It just pops right open and the seeds come out. So there's no more seeds in here. This guy is done for, and I'm just going to throw him into the garden. And I'm going to go and collect some of these seeds here that are ready for me and haven't quite fallen quite yet. We have another example. We can just clip off this seed pod here and for the seed head, and you can see that there's still a bunch of seed pods that are still closed. So we'll be able to pop those guys open and be able to harvest those seeds and plant them elsewhere or share them with friends, etc. Here's another example of, we've got a couple seed pods that are opening, a couple that are still closed, and so we'll be able to get those seeds as well. Got a couple back here. This one looks like it's got a little bit of powdery mildew on it, so we're going to make sure we get rid of that and then be able to harvest the seeds. Look, you can see that that guy has opened. Those seeds are gone, but we've got a couple seed pods that still are closed, and we'll be able to collect those seeds to plant elsewhere. So as you can see, this is just another way to tidy up the garden too. Those were looking pretty nasty, so we got rid of those, and we will show you what the seeds look like now. So you can see here that we've got lots of seed pods that are already open. I probably got a good 100 or so seeds that are in the ground, and that's fine. I don't mind. I can handle the little babies growing there. But here we go. We can show you now what it looks like to open up the seed pods. And really, you can just squeeze them, and out come these little seeds. I'm going to leave my gloves on, but you can see that they're like a little bit like a small lentil. And you probably get about 7-8 seeds per seed pod if they haven't already popped out. So I'm just going to squeeze them here, pop them open. It just rained, so they're a little moist, a little harder to pop open. There we go. Just squeezing them along the seam is what will help open them up. Well, that guy hardly had any.
So as you can see, this is a bit of a painstaking activity. So I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment. I'm going to leave the pods in the bowl here to dry out. And I'm hoping that as they dry, they will unfurl and the little seeds will drop into the bowl with no effort of my own. So let's see how that goes.
So I thought that perhaps if I had
dried this plant and then kind of let it uncurl all by itself, that all of these little pods would open and then the seeds would just magically fall out and naturally do what it does while it's on the plant, which, as you can see, if you can see here, see how they're all kind of curled and then open? This is what happens on the plant. And then the seeds just kind of fall out on the ground by where the plant is. So I thought maybe that might happen to the other ones. But as you can see here, they didn't do that at all. So they just dried, and now they're dried and they're shut. But you know what? It's okay. It's really easy to kind of snap them open. So I'm just kind of popping them. And then you can see that I just kind of open it. Here we go. Open. See, it just opens up like a pea pod. And then there's the seeds inside. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to open them all and kind of drop them in this bowl and then clean up all the pieces that are left. And so, yeah, drying them and thinking that they're going to all open magically and then take away the job for you is not going to happen. So you still kind of have to open them and take out all the seeds. And it might be a little bit more time consuming, but I'm going to do that to all of these little guys here. So there's the seeds there. And you can see that they're little black seeds, kind of like a quinoa kind of size. Okay, so this is what we have over here. We have all the leftover plant material, and I'm just going to go and add that to a spot in my garden where I can kind of hide it and it can kind of be mixed amongst the mulch. And also a spot where if a lupine pops up, I won't be disappointed because, maybe there's a seed or two in there. And then this is all of our seeds. So now if I was outside, I would take this bowl and kind of like shake it around like this, and then I just kind of blow. As you can see, the little leaf particles and whatever's left in there that's not seeds, it kind of will blow away because the seeds are heavier. So as you can see, if I'll just blow lightly, I'm gonna do a good sweep after. So let's just do this inside for fun. So you can see, it all comes out. And then it kind of helps get everything out that's not the seeds that you don't want. So just a little trick for you. It definitely works better outside because then you don't really care where the little particles go. But I'm going to do a good sweep now. But there you go. So that's what we have left over. And I'm going to put this on a plate so you can really see clearly the seeds that we've got and what the shape are and what they look like. So here's a close-up of the seeds themselves. You can see that they're kind of blackish brown. They're a little bit like oval shaped. And then you can see here, just put a pen in there to give you a little bit of a reference, but they're about like 3 or so millimeters long and about like 2 millimeters wide or so. So that's what we're looking at. We got a couple hundred seeds in there. So lots of seeds to share and to make more lupines in our garden.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked the video, please consider giving me a thumbs up and maybe even subscribing. Thanks again for watching.